Time to play the game!
Welcome back, YouTubers. I am Jason Worsma. That is Gregory, and this is Tankers Fantasy Football. But before we get started, we just gotta get a little Chicago Bear love, baby. Just floating through the veins out there. We're talking about 2 weeks left in the regular season. The Bears have clinched the division.
Talking about
the
Bears down,
knocked
baby.
the Packers out of playoff contention.
You gotta love it.
We're just rolling in the fucking sets out there. Who fuck coming into this season, even after the Khalil Mack deal, if I would say Bears are clinching the division week 15, you're like, you're fucking out of your mind. You're out of your fucking mind. But that is reality, Bears. And you're looking at it, I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody, Bears.
No, I'm not. I mean, against the 49ers this week, you can start pretty much any Bear out there.
Defense travels, we're talking about Super Bowl Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Is a very real pot. I'm not afraid of the fucking Saints.
Definitely.
I'm not afraid of the fucking Rams.
I ain't afraid of no Chiefs.
No, all these teams have looked like mortal men the last couple weeks, Bears, and I mean,
They're looking sexy deluxe out there.
our offense has kind of come down to earth a little bit, but that defense is still roaring high. I mean, if the offense can get clicking a little bit more, I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody.
Oh, no.
We can go on the road. We can go on the road, too, in the playoffs and knock these fuckholes off.
I feel like we have a great road team. You know, with just we can control the game on the ground. Trubisky makes a few plays. Defense, that's all we need.
I mean, you know, 3 of our 4 losses are on the road. You know, it's a little against teams like the shitty fucking Dolphins and the fucking Giants. You know, but that was you know, the Trubisky-less Chicago Bears when we lost to the Giants, and that Dolphin game was just fucking something. The only home game we lost was the Patriots, and the game where we were in it till the end.
Kevin White just...
We're Kevin White fucking 2 yards away from fucking getting in that ass, Bears.
And that would have been the only thing Kevin White's good.
He wouldn't be a fucking healthy scratch moving forward if he would have got that in there, Bears. That is fucking guaranteed. All right, we're going to get into some fantasy action, though, for you. Talking about guys that are maybe on the bubble, got it for you sexy last week, but if you're just not sure if you can depend on them this week, and also some guys that are, you know, because of injuries, they might be in line to help you get it sexy in your fantasy title. We're going to Damian Williams. What do you think? If Spencer Ware suits up, is he limited out there? I think he's been limited in practice.
Yeah. I'm not for sure what's going on out there.
If Spencer Ware suits up, I'm probably going to shade away. I'm going to fade on the Damian Williams.
Yeah, you never know how they're going to use it.
Yeah, you just don't fucking know. I think Damian Williams is probably the best overall player, and I think he might still be RB3 worthy if Ware is out there. But in the title game,
that's risky in the title game.
I don't think I'm on it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a sketchy play.
I mean, the likes of Jamal Williams probably going to be seeing 90+% of his running back snaps in Green Bay.
Definitely. I mean, especially with Aaron Jones looking the way he has been. I don't know.
He's fucking out for the year.
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Yeah, you got to start Jamal Williams.
On IR with the MCL sprain. This is the Jamal Williams show moving forward, but I mean, he did look all right. I think you were talking about bulk. I mean, you're looking at Jamal Williams, a guy like Jamal Williams and Elijah McGuire, you're looking at it and you're like, that's the same guy.
It really is. I mean, they're just guys that are getting touches. That's the only reason there.
Boatloads of touches with the talent, just not really all the way there. Like, Elijah McGuire went out there and touched the ball over 20 times, but he averaged like 2.3 yards a carry. Gave up the fumble rooski. His teammates literally had to piggyback his ass, fucking fireman carry his ass over the goal line and able to get that fantasy production where you wanted it to be.
Definitely.
All right, we got ourselves a phone call, baby. What do we have here?
I've managed to scratch and claw my way into the fantasy title game. Oh, you know, James White, he brought me to the dance. You know, we've been dancing real close all season long. He just thought to let me down out there in this Burkhead situation. I was just wondering if you think I should go to the waiver wire and get some bum cock like Jamal Williams for the championship.
Oh, that is rough sauce. Talking about Jamal Williams over James White.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean, the volume. I mean, you can't say. I mean, Jamal Williams could outtouch James White like 18-5, though.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna go out and limb. I'm gonna give him Jamal Williams, baby. I'm gonna give him Jamal Williams.
Thanks for the advice, dude. Look, it's been really getting me down. I haven't been able to watch football the last couple of weeks now. But my wife has sent me to fucking beat off.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Too much to lie about beating off, apparently. I don't know fucking lie about beating off.
What are you saying?
What the fuck?
I feel bad for you, bro. I mean, you gotta stand up for yourself out there. I mean, every motherfucker's beating it, and if they're saying they're not beating it, they're lying, and they're beating it more than the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking filthy, dirty, beat it liars out there, and you might be one of them. But nobody needs to go to fucking counseling for beating them off. Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Ruining marriages now and Tankers.
Shit.
Tankers Fantasy's giving out marital advice and ruining fucking people's lives out there.
I don't know what's going on in that situation, that household.
You gotta talk it through. You gotta talk it through out there. My wife comes at me and she's like, you gotta go to jerk off counseling. So you're telling me right now, I gotta pay some dude money to tell me that beating it is the devil's work?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm not doing that. How can I sit there with a straight face across from the fucking table from somebody that's telling me that beating it's the work of the devil? Well, you know, maybe it's just that maybe I just need to beat her off.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it never hurt nobody. That's no problems, as far as I'm concerned.
If you're fucking not beating it off, you're fucking lying. You're fucking beating it off, man. No shit. There's another one of these dart throw motherfuckers talking about out there. I don't think you can trust Elijah McGuire. I think between Elijah McGuire and Jamal Williams, I would heavily lean toward the Jamal Williams side of that argument.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think a guy that was, you know, you lost faith in him early, but has been getting it sexy a little bit recently is Robbie Anderson. At home against the Packers.
Everybody cut him during the season. How could you not?
Solid 2 or 3 game stretch here. Packers allow the most points per game to opposing wide receivers.
And his snap count has been up these last couple weeks. He was trailing around that 60 to 70% range, but he's been in the high 80 percentile, playing almost every. I think he played like 95% of the snaps this last week. So he was on the field for almost every single play for the Jets.
Him and Darnold are definitely gaining some chemistry out there.
Getting a little bit clanging and banging between him and the Darnold as of late. I think if Quincy Enunwa sits out, which he probably will, I just think Quincy, you know, his injuries have been lingering. His season's probably over. There's no real reason for the Jets to even consider bringing him back for no playoff push. You know what I'm saying? So I think you can pencil in Robbie Anderson for a good 8 targets.
Oh yeah, low wide receiver 2, solid flex play.
Yeah, solid flex play. I mean, these last few weeks, you know, you're looking at it, and it still looks gross. And even in DraftKings, I think you can still go get him out there for the low 500s. He was like 4,900 last week. I think they bumped him up into that like 5,300 range. I'm not sure, but you can still get him out there for a guy that's getting that many targets. Pretty cheap. Couple other running backs. You think about maybe taking a risk on about Kalen Ballage.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's. I don't know why the Dolphins don't trust Kenyon Drake. But they clearly do not trust Kenyon Drake.
Frank Gore's done for the year. Kenyon Drake. Gay says Drake's shoulder isn't a problem, but are you lying to us? Because Kalen Ballage is getting carries, and even Brandon Bolden in week 14, he was getting fucking carries.
I don't know what's going on with Kenyon Drake out there.
I don't know. I'm not looking. This is championship. If you're talking about DraftKings, you're talking about throwing a cheap dart on a Kalen Ballage to help get the rest of your lineup sexy deluxe. I'm down with it there, but you cannot consider a guy like Kalen Ballage when you're talking about fantasy championship game. I mean, I don't know how you've made the title game, and somehow you got to even consider a guy like Kalen Ballage.
No way that should be happening.
All right, who else we got out there, baby?
Well, we already talked about the Bears, but I feel like any
Always
Bears,
talk more Bears.
both Bears running backs, Cohen and Howard, feel like you could solidly start running back 2 or flex. Cohen's gotten double-digit points the last 4 weeks. 20th against the 49ers allowed 20th most points to running backs. Solid Tariq Cohen week.
Oh, yeah. Tariq Cohen has been penciled in RB2 for, like, since, what, like week 5 or 6 probably. He's been sexy deluxe for you.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep him out there.
Jordan Howard's been fuddling around in the muck, but his carries the last few weeks has gone up. He's in double-digit carries on the weekly basis. His touchdown upside is always there. Hell, he even caught a couple balls last week.
Oh, yeah. He got out there, caught some balls.
All in on those two guys. What else we got going on? Carson versus the Chiefs. Give up 173 yards of running back. Keep it rolling. Keep it steady, popping. Chris Carson in that RB2, in that flex spot. Feeling good about it, baby.
Definitely.
All right, what do you think? Gurley sits. Gurley sits. Do you even think about playing this Kelly guy?
I can't. That Rams offense isn't the... If this is 3-4 weeks ago Rams offense,
Yeah.
I think you think about it, but... Not
We
recently.
are talking about the Cardinals here. The Cardinals just vomit up points to opposing running backs.
Yeah, they can't get. They don't allow anything in the passing game, but the running game is just.
I mean, you're talking about, you're looking at Kelly or Elijah McGuire. Who are you on?
I don't know.
Ooh. What's that fucking
I think
pile?
that team. I think that team's lost already. I definitely think that team.
Well, which guy is going down with the ship then?
I'd probably have to go McGuire. Honestly,
Yeah, God,
McGuire against the Pack,
that is gross.
but that's not something I'm feeling good about.
No,
Definitely not.
no. We'll give them. Oh God, yeah. You don't really want to be running on the likes of Kelly out there. Like I said before, DraftKings, get on it. It's going to be cheap as balls. Help you get the rest of your lineup sexy deluxe. No reason to not consider Kelly in DraftKings. We're talking about bare bones, fucking
Championship
league
run,
title,
baby.
bringing home. And I just think a guy like that in your lineup is not what you're looking for. All right.
Definitely not.
Leonard Fournette, gone out there these last couple of weeks, stunk up the joint, had like, what, 1 or 2 carries in the second half or something last week? It was
wasn't good.
ridiculous.
Was not good.
You're looking at, he's playing the fucking Dolphins that are giving up the most yards, most scrimmage yards, 176 scrimmage yards a game to opposing running backs. Games in Miami. But, you know, Jacksonville and Miami, that's not a thing. Both Florida teams.
Yeah.
Could be a shit show. Are you thinking about playing this cockhole?
I feel like you got to play it. I mean, just with how early you drafted Fournette, even though he's put up the duds the last couple weeks, I feel like you still got to run him out there.
I mean, you're looking at the ranks, though. You're looking at the ranks, talking about... So, you playing Mark Ingram against the Steelers over Leonard Fournette?
I think you got to think about it.
I think the floor, I think Ingram's got a better floor. I know that sounds
Yeah.
disgusting. I know that sounds disgusting.
Just that Jaguars offense has just been so bad.
It
You never
is terrible.
know.
The Jaguars are packing up. They might as well just get on the fucking plane and stay there.
Yeah, I don't know. They need to figure out that quarterback position.
Oh, my fuck.
That's just. It's just
Oh,
pathetic.
they're going to be... The next year's draft is going to be top... The top half of the first round is going to be defense loaded. Well, the Jaguars got to get up in there and be the first team to take a quarterback off the board. You
yeah.
got to think so. All
I don't know
right.
who it would be, but somebody out there.
All right. What are we looking at here? What do we got?
You're looking at some Baker Mayfield versus the Bengals action.
Oh, I think that's all in.
I think you got to go. If we're talking 20 points 4 out of the last 6 games, last time they played the Bengals put up 28 points. I mean, he's a pretty high QB1. He's up there. I mean, you can't start him over Mahomes, but
Oh, my boy Dylan asked me last night to start Goff or Baker. I gave the nod clear to Baker. You're looking at Goff. This is going to be last 3 games. Goff's touchdown to interception ratio is 1-7.
that's fucking awful. That's fucking terrible.
1-7. Last 3 games.
That's
fucked.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's the Cardinals. I know it is on the road in Arizona, but I don't know. You just got to give Baker, and I think Baker's a top 5 play this week, baby.
Right around that 4-5 range, somewhere in there.
Who can you trust? Drew Brees, the last few weeks, I know the home road splits. Drew Brees finally headed back home. Hasn't been home since that Thanksgiving night game versus the Falcons.
Yep.
Headed back home, which it could turn around 60 deluxe. I'm not saying bench Drew Brees at home in a possible shootout versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, but you can't trust. You can't guarantee Drew Brees is going to score me 20 fantasy points. You can't guarantee that anymore.
But I feel like against this Bengals defense, you can kind of practically guarantee.
I think he's only been over 205 yards since week 11 one time. Like, that's fucked.
That's not what you're looking for. That's bad.
I mean, Baker, since the firing of Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley, has been clanging and banging. He's been QB1 the whole way.
Definitely. I mean, if the Browns win some of those rough games at the beginning of the season, we might be talking easy playoff Browns this year.
That'd be so sweet.
That would be.
Man, I mean, the Browns are AFC, so you get to root. You get to root as a Bears fan.
Yeah, 100%.
You watch the Bears game, and then you fucking go all in for the Browns.
Baker action, baby. I love me some Baker.
Bring me the Browns. Bring on them Browns. Like last year when the Bills made it, I could have been more all in for them Bills.
And Nick Chubb's been solid back there. It's just a
how
good
could
young
they get in?
Browns
How
team.
could they fucking sneak in? I don't know if they can.
They need a lot to happen.
They do.
There's a long list of
Steelers
shit.
losing last week would have been a big help, but the Steelers beat the Patriots, kind of knocked the fucking wheels off their fucking ride a little bit out there.
Yeah, they need a whole lot of shit.
Because they could have Steelers lost, fucking shit falls in place. They could have slid in at 8-7-1 and won that division in some magical way.
Oh, that would have been madness. That would have been fucking madness.
Steelers lost the Patriots. Steelers go down to New Orleans. Steelers lose again. I mean, but they beat the Patriots, so that kind of muffed that whole situation. All right, getting a little rambly there. Heading into another injury situation. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers sits. Do you, Devontae Adams? How you feel about him?
I mean, I know without Aaron Rodgers, you're thinking Deshaun Kaiser. That's you don't want that bum cock out there throwing footballs, but
I mean, you
Devontae
gotta
Adams.
have a heavy duty replacement though.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, there's not many teams I feel like could go 3 wide receivers deep. To where you're at least not playing them in the flex.
Bring up some wide receiver ranks here. We're saying no Rodgers. Where are we gonna start the likes of Mike Williams over Devontae Adams?
Mike Williams against that Ravens defense.
Keenan Allen sits. Rodgers sits. Perfect storm. The only thing that holding you back, like you said,
That Ravens defense.
is that Ravens D. But I mean, I think you still got to keep Adams over him there. But my fuck, I mean, that's how fucky it gets though. Like you have to start asking your questions about Devontae Adams over guys like that are like flavor of the weeks.
Yeah.
Like a Mike Williams. I mean, you gotta look a little bit deeper. Like, you're going to start Alshon Jeffrey, who's kind of turned it around with Nick Foles, or are you going to start him over Devontae Adams? He looks like a fucking brand new man out there with Big Dick Nick slinging that rock.
He did. I don't know what the difference is, but he looks like a whole new wide receiver out there.
Dude, Big Dick Nick just clanging and banging. He's like, you're a big boy. You're downfield. I'm going to huck it up to you and see if you come down with it. And Alshon was coming fucking down with it, dude.
He was coming down with it.
Wentz wasn't giving Alshon these opportunities, these down the field against DBs. I mean, dude, Alshon's a big boy.
And that's what he
Let him eat.
That's what he was doing well with in Chicago too. Is when Jay would just
go up there
just huck that ball.
Big old Mickey Mouse mitts, those big white mitts. He just
let him make a play over people.
I mean, yeah, dude. Zach Ertz is sexy deluxe and all. We're talking about Zach Ertz is catching 100 balls, but you aren't winning football games. So what's really going on here?
I don't know.
Maybe our wide receiver 1 needs a little more targets
out there.
I mean, Nick Foles don't give a fuck. He got nothing to lose. Nick Foles clanging banging.
Big dick
like
Nick
you
out
watch
there.
that game and you watch Nick Foles' eyes, like that first second read was like never Zach Ertz. It
Yeah.
never was.
No.
I was playing against him, so I was watching where Zach Ertz was on the field. And Nick Foles, when that ball was snapped, his first and second read was not Zach Ertz, unless the play was specifically designed to go to Zach Ertz.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, what else do we got moving on here?
We got.
I got a little fuckiness going on here. We trusted Amari Cooper. I mean, going against the Bucs, I'm backing that ass, slide him in there. If you survived his 6-point dick ride last week, I think you gotta get him in.
Out there. Like you said, against the Bucs, that defense is just bad, awful.
Is there anything else that we need to discuss moving forward?
I mean, I don't think so. Unless you wanna talk about my bumcock team that choked in the championship last week.
Oh man,
We're talking. I had Saquon Barkley just put up a dud burger out there. Adam Thielen, just fucking.
That's an all-star.
Tyreek Hill, just fucking nothing.
8 PPR.
Philip Lindsay, fucking nothing. All these guys got me there.
That's a Pro Bowl team.
12-1 season.
Everybody you've named is Pro Bowler.
I had Carson Wentz go down, picked up Nate Mullins, best player of the week on my squad.
Oh, that's always a burner. When the guy you think is going to bring your team down is like the only guy that showed up to party.
Yeah, and then David Johnson also put up a good week, but it just wasn't enough. Put up 80,
even had DJ in there too, man. That team was stacked.
83 points. I checked the second.
Is it half point PPR?
That's full PPR.
Full PPR.
Yeah, full PPR. 80 points.
Dirty.
Just choked hardcore out there.
Anything with a flex with full PPR under 100 is
one flex, two quarterback. Also had
two
Cam
quarterback
Newton.
under 100.
Also had Cam Newton out there.
Oh, two quarterback under 100.
It was just let down after just kicking the nuts after kicking the nuts.
That is done so dirty. Two quarterback under full PPR. Oh man,
I should have started Chris Carson over Saquon, obviously.
Just think of
Obviously,
all the
that was the
cock
play.
bums, all these big name dudes that brought you to the dance, been kissing all up on you all sexy all season, whispering sweet nothings into your ear, only to shit all over your chest.
Jared
in the
Cook
fucking
too.
fantasy semis. Oh,
Jared
everybody.
Cook took a fucking shit on me, right? Just dude, everybody.
Who else was shitting out there? Eric Ebron.
Yep.
Motherfuckers got Eric Ebron, my tight end saver, and he went out there and just took a 1.8 PPR shitter all over your fucking
fantasy
chest.
Fantasy playoffs are just a
Juju.
Juju.
Shit all over your chest. Another 8-point PPR masterpiece in the fantasy semis. Who's another fucking shit rocker bum that was just like Keenan Allen, of course, threw up that big fucking hip injury, gooser.
Lamar Miller, he put up that
2.1,
I think it was.
I know. Oh my God! I told a guy to start Lamar Miller over Chris Carson last week.
Hopefully that guy.
I'm sorry, brother. Probably lost a subscriber.
I'm sorry, man. Fantasy football is just
probably
so
lost a subscriber
out there.
I mean, I love the play. I told him I liked the play in Chris Carson, but I just felt like the Jets were so shitty. The Texans were going to be able to run the ball over. I mean, the game was way more competitive than I thought it was going to be. The Jets were in there to the very end, and Lamar Miller didn't play after the fucking first quarter.
You just hate to see it.
When he went down in that game, all I thought about was that advice I gave that guy. I was like, fuck.
I mean, and the worst part of it was...
Sorry, brother.
I was playing against a team that also put up shitburger. So I had Cam Newton going and only needed 24 points. And he put up like 4. Just fucking completely just shit the bed.
I mean, tight ends as a whole last week was just completely shitliner too. Like everybody thought like Kelsey had a bad week, got like 7 for 60 in that Thursday game. He was like fucking top 3 tight end finish on the week in PPR.
Yeah, that's bad. Nobody.
Like Antonio Gates was like the best tight end last week.
That's so fucked.
Completely insane. Burton. Yeah, and Trey Burton, guys that people had just sailed the ship on. completely given up hopes for. I mean, you look at the top burger, Zach Ertz, shit all over your chest.
Yep.
5.2 PPR. Like I said earlier, Eric Ebron, top 3 PPR. Rob Gronkowski just lit it up with shitting all over you.
Kittle shit the bed as well.
James White, as we talked. Oh, I mean, it was just a lineup of dudes that have carried you all season long, just lined up to just take a big shit.
What can you do? Other than wait till next year.
But no, man, yeah.
There's always next year, baby.
There's always next year. I mean, Greece, you're in these keeper leagues, you know what I do? I like to skim the waiver wires before they shut down. If you're not in the championship, skim the waiver wire. If there's anybody on your bench that carries zero value into the offseason, it is time to cut bait on them now. I'm talking about the Jordan Reeds. I'm talking about the downtown John Browns. I'm talking about these other fucking cockholes, backup kickers, defenses, all that shit. Cut bait on them. Look on your free agent list for like young players, dudes that didn't do dick all this season that may turn it around in training camp and may hold value for you moving into next offseason. All right, boys.
Somebody like a Jerick McKinnon who went down way early on in the season.
Don't feel bad about it. I know it sounds weird, but go out there, pick up Jerick McKinnon, pick up dudes like OJ Howard.
Yep. Maybe some Hunter Henry action out there.
Get greasy. Even like this Kalen Balazs, nobody feels any. Nobody really likes, nobody really needs him in your fantasy championship game. He's going to go unclaimed. Go out there and get him. Who fucking knows what the Dolphins are doing next year? Frank Gore could be out the door. Apparently, they have no fucking loyalty to Kenyon Drake whatsoever. No. So this guy moving into training camp next year, they're going to be starting about rumblings about this asshole being an RB2, and here you are, you cut bait on fucking Jordan Reed for him, feeling sexy.
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right. Give us a share. Give us a comment. Give us the likes. All that good shit, baby. Go ahead and smash the piss out of the like button. It's been hurting on the likes lately. It's late. It's early. It's late on the season. I realize all the shit is down at this point in the season. But, try your best out there for your boy.
Let's go. Get them likes, baby.
Pump it up. Tell your friends. Get that off-season work going. We'll do some shit in the off-season to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Keep it sexy. Maybe just do some random, on-set funny shit like sometimes we like to do around here. Maybe even talk some action figures, but probably not because nobody likes that shit but me. And Zach Ryder, boy. Holler at me, Zach. We can do this together, baby. I love the figures. Later. Cheeseburger. Figures for days.